How cool is this? We've just come up to Queensland. We thought we'd better drop into MasterArt Designs. Now, you would have seen a lot of the bikes that Damo's painted over the years through Live to Ride, but as you can see, he's also heavy into the trucks as well. There's a lot happening here at MasterArt Designs, so we're going to go meet Damo and the crew and see what makes the team tick. Okay, today we're bringing you something really special. We're up here in Queensland and we've dropped in to see Damo from MasterArt Designs. Thanks, buddy. Good, mate. Now, we first crossed paths a few years ago now that you were painting a lot of motorcycles, some really cool stuff. But there's a lot more to meets the eye here at MasterArt Designs, isn't there?
Yeah, it's a bit more than just bikes here. Yeah, that's kind of a bit of a sideline thing there, really.
So how did you get into it?
My old man taught me my trade in line of the scrolls on trucks. So I've been doing it since pretty much when I left primary school, started high school, school holidays. Left school in '97 and I've been doing it ever since. Always had a passion for bikes, got that from the old man as well. You know, sort of turned that hobby into the business as well.
And talking about bikes, got a couple of old school beauties behind us. These are yours, yeah. So you actually built that one yourself? Yeah,
built that white one from a frame up. Just had a big basket case, out of parts and swap meets and all that stuff. A few years ago when I had time.
So how does the process work? I mean, if I wanted my bike painted, and what, do I just give you a buzz or come in here? And
most of the time these days with social media, you'll get a message or something off Instagram or your Facebook page, and it's kind of hard. That's the hardest part when people say, look, I don't care, I just want one of your paint jobs. Not only you got to come up with something creative that you like, but you got to read their mind and like wondering if they're going to like it. So most of the time I say, look, send me some pictures that you dig. So then I get a rough idea of what you're into, and then I've just got a base to start with, even if it just comes down to colours or a certain flip on the stripes or whatever, and I run with my ideas from there.
And what about the product? What paints do you actually use?
We run a PVG system in here. Use DNA candies and PVG candies, and most of the time they're just the bases, and then I'll be in there mixing, and it's all custom formulas and stuff. Trucks and that are all like colour codes. This is our colour code. This is what we do. But with the bikes, it's like just making it look cool. It's not just off the books. Nothing's ever like off a colour code card, yeah.
No, because like I said, the bikes that have come through Live to Ride over the years that you've painted, fucking all different, like you said, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's back to the start, that's the challenge. And like someone will bring in like 3 photos that they like, and they're all bikes that you've just painted for someone else. You're like, well, I can't copy them, so you got to do something similar, but also, you know, change it up so they haven't got the same carbon copy as the last dude.
Like you said, the brain's always running. Yeah.
But that's where it comes back to having like good crew. It just takes a bit of that pressure off, so you're not, you know, you can just worry about the creative part. You're not worried about the whole frigging line, you know.
How many crew have you got working here with you?
There's 4 of us here all up, yeah, including Mac, the dog.
Yeah, the guard dog.
Yeah, there's 4 of us here all up.
When you bring other people in, that's important to have the right crew.
I've got a really good crew here. I mean, we could do with 6 or 7 guys, but we're just in niche market, so you got to have the right guys.
Let's talk about trucks. I mean, that is a big step up.
It's a pretty big step. You know, motorbikes are sort of like, a lot of them are restos or custom paint, so there's a lot of stuff in the background going on that they're waiting for, so the time's not crucial. With trucks, it's the downtime's like, you know, it's costing thousands. Like some of them are costing 10 grand a week just in payments while it's sitting here with not even turning $1.
That puts pressure on you then, doesn't it?
It does, but we've also got to turn out niche mint work too, so you know, you can't be rushing these things.
And then how does the plan come? I mean, do you come up with designs or?
Yeah, a lot of guys will just come in and say, look, this is what you do. You sketch me out a drawing. I like these colours, you make it work. Some guys will come in with a fleet that you know, used other guys, and they're like, yeah, this is what my fleet is. You know, do your style, but you've got to make it look like it's all part of the fleet. You know?
With the paint side of things, I mean, what do you do that's different?
Also in the design and the whole, like my style of scrolls and pinstripe and all that is like different than the next dude. The next dude's scrolls, it's like a font or your signature. You know, that's your style, your sort of pattern. You know, so once you start seeing my trucks I've done, or you know, other dudes' trucks I've done, you can see their sort of pattern and style, and that's what makes it separates, you know, other sign riders and, you know, truck guys, and that's the difference in it, you know.
And then at the end of the day, it's a pretty big setup here.
Well, 10 years ago, this middle shop was my bait, and that was it. And I was just lining scrolling trucks, I was striping them every now and again. And then about 3 years ago, I extended, bought a paint shop up the road, like a truck paint shop up the road. Bought him out, put on Matty, my main painter, and then set up that shed, and that's when we started doing like full restos and custom, like full paint jobs on trucks, and then we got this shed over here now. Every busy patch becomes the new normal, and the next busy patch turns into the next normal. It just doesn't seem to...
And when you talk about restorations, I mean, how far do you go?
We don't do the chassis work and, you know, all the mechanics and that sort of stuff, so if someone wants us to do like a full resto on a truck, or like this one here, like a full show job, they bring I want the cab, and then I want the bunk, and then I want the bonnet, and do it all in separately, and then they go and put it all together, and then it comes back here for the stripes and the sign and all that sort of stuff. So getting...
It's a big job, isn't it?
Oh, it's a massive job, massive. And like, we're doing restos on these trucks, like guys are doing restos on cars. Like, you're just getting one product, you're not getting the whole truck back, you're getting... So when you look at that cab, that's all you see is the paint on that cab, so it's got to be like mint, yeah.
The reputation that you've got in the industry, I mean, because I've known you for a few years now, I mentioned MasterArt Design. I mean, it's a good reputation. It's a strong one.
It just comes from giving a shit about what, you know, what comes out of my shop, and it's my life, man. Like, it's all I've known since I was a kid. So, you know, it's just the passion in it. And my website, I think, went down about 4 years ago, and I haven't fixed it. So I'd prefer just, you know, people coming in saying, you know, 4 dudes said, no, got to come to you. So that's my advertisement, you know, word of mouth, and that's what I love.
And again, that's that reputation that spreads right out.
Exactly,
there.
yeah.
And like I said, you've got the different styles and everything. So what's probably your biggest challenge that you've ever had as a painter?
Coming up with something different that hasn't been done all the time. That's probably the biggest challenge, because there's a lot of work out there, and they've just, Kenworth not long ago released these SAR like legends, so they repop the old ones. So because they're an old style of truck, everyone's wanting to put cool paint schemes on them, and that's the hardest thing, is coming up with something new that no one's done, but still looks cool, still looks period. You've got to be on all the time, like doing that fucking, not just like we're dropping a job every week. So every Monday when I'm taping one up, this is ticking over. That's the hard, and the balance of switching that off when, you know, when I go and do me thing at home with the family, you know, that's the challenge.
Now you've obviously got a big spray booth here and everything, so who handles all that? You and
Matty. So I sort of just get all the designs on the trucks and tape them all up, and they go next door, and Matty runs the paint shop in there, and then he'll mask off each one, lays all the base down, and then clears it all off, come back over into this bay for the lines and scrolls. Yeah.
And then you personally, your art background, I mean, before you started all this, were you doing art at school, or you obviously loved to sketch and draw? And
in books and shit, had scribbles all over them, but I wasn't into art and that at school sort of thing, like it was, because it's totally different. Like the art here is not like art. Well, I don't class myself an artist, so it's a creative thing. But ever since I was like, my kids are coming in here. I've got an 11-year-old and a 8-year-old, and they're coming here every weekend, and that was me. I was with the old man every weekend, and just watching him.
You may be passing on to the next generation. You never know.
That's what I'm hoping. Yeah.
Your old man must be proud. Like,
hope so.
Definitely, mate. Yeah. Well, good on you, Damo. We're going to go have a look around and see what makes this place tick.